Hey everybody, this is Wes.
And this is Heidi.
And that's...
Sure.
Hey everybody, so this week was Jump for Hope, and it was real fun. We went there on Saturday, and we had all sorts of fun events. Our daughter absolutely loved the jump house and the Ninja Warrior obstacle course.
Oh yeah, she ran around forever. Burnt off so much energy. It was so nice.
Oh yeah,
But she had a lot of fruit. She ate good.
Oh yeah, they had a person who was like a diabetes expert. It was a little bit of a modest turnout, and I don't know if they're planning on doing this annually, but if they are,
it'll just get better and better.
It'll get better and better each time. And I think more people will turn out because word of mouth kind of gets around and stuff. It was a good event, good people.
I'm glad we went. It was fun. Yeah.
Enough said. It was fun. A little bit of a drive to Galt, but
it was worth getting out, getting
definitely.
the kids out to a park and running around.
We got to remember, though, from now on, since it is summer, pack sunscreen.
Bring some sunscreen. I'm red as a lobster.
Alrighty, so today on the podcast, we've got the one, the only, the beast himself, Kyle Mardon. And the reason we brought Kyle on is because he took, on April 29th, he went to CrossFit Diligence over in San Jose, right?
Yeah.
San Jose, and he took this competition up on 3 days notice?
It was more like about 4 or 5 days notice, yeah. Somebody I knew at the gym that I go to at ASAP, whoop whoop, her husband tore part of his quad. And
fun.
Yeah. He tore it up and pretty bad where half of his quad was sitting up high, and I get a text message from one of the other guys I know that goes to the gym. It's like, hey, dude, hit him up. They need you. I'm like, sure, why not? And the next thing I know, she's like, dude, can you do it? I will. You were ridiculous at the gym. Come on, do it.
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
Well, there's a reason why we call you the Beast.
Yeah, I mean, I quit going for a while, like we talked about in the last podcast. But I've been kind of working out at home, but nothing preparing for a competition.
For sure. But from what I hear, you did quite well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can say that, right?
It was a team effort. We placed in third place on a comp, like a scaled down version, not the RX version, but out of bunch of teams,
So what does RX stand for? Because I'm stupid.
Preferred rate, it's sort of like the pro, you have scaled, which is if you can't do heavy ass weight, they scale it down. They have a set weight, which is the RX. So that's say RX is 100, say deadlifts 225 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
That's the set. Well, scaled version would be 165 or something like that.
Okay, so you were the scale.
We did the scale.
Which is still a feat in and of itself, especially because you weren't, I guess you were prepared because you got third, but you weren't really.
I wasn't really prepared. It's not like I trained. Her and her husband were working and training, and they've been really good about going in there and to the gym. Well, I've been off of the gym for a couple months, and I've just been doing random stuff at my house.
Which I have been to your house, and you have made quite the gym for yourself.
A little bit. There's a lot of stuff I'm missing, but, enough for me to do the things I need to do now.
You gotta start somewhere.
Exactly. You build yourself up.
Well, yeah, did you buy the power rack that you have, or did you?
I bought it.
Okay, so you didn't build that one?
I didn't build that one, no. I was going to do one, but build one out of wood, but no, this power rack was pretty cheap, and it holds up to 800 pounds, so I was like, I can't pass this by.
Yeah, because for a squat rack, you're not really going to put much more than 800 for the most part.
You can squat 800 pounds, you need to be doing something other than your job.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's more than what's needed.
It's definitely more than what's needed. So I saw it and I swooped on it.
No, it's a nice rack. We'll have to. Were you saying something earlier about you're thinking about doing personal training, or is that?
I would like to. I definitely would like to. I need to get a little bit more knowledge about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's working out and eating right is turning into an obsession of mine. Besides, my drinking once in a while.
Yeah, hey.
But my little bad habits that I still have that I'm still kicking, but you gotta enjoy life once in a while.
For sure. I mean, you look at me, you know that I have trouble with some bad habits.
Yeah.
So let's talk more about the competition. How, like, as far as third, second, first, how close were you to?
Within 10 points from winning second or first place, like that close. And it's like, so if you win your heat or you win your heat, you get, say, like 30 points. If you come in second place, then you get 20 points. Mm-hmm. And so goes down. So the first round, me and Alex, which was my partner for the whole thing, we never really trained together. Mm-hmm. We've done workouts at the gym, but not training for a competition. Mm. So we did one rough through one day, and it wasn't even the workout that we did. And so I went too fast off the gate, and I was starting to go too fast on my burpees, and she was yelling at me to slow down because it has to be synchronized.
Yeah.
So we have to both hit the ground at the same time before we launch up.
So you're saying you were going too fast?
I was going too fast. That part. Well, so after that workout, we were in 8th place, which I thought we did worse than what we really did. Mm-hmm. I thought we were going to be fucking dead last or something. But
for sure.
The second work, because you have to do 3 workouts at this competition. Mm-hmm. And if you're the top 4, you make it to the last round, the 4th round. Mm-hmm. And one of our buddies that was there, Steven, he went there with us.
Yeah.
To videotape and root and to see how good, just to check the whole scenery out. Mm-hmm. And he was just the whole time like, oh my God, this is what you guys do?
For sure. So you guys have video...
I got videos of the competition, yes.
All right, well, we're going to have to take a couple of those videos and put them on the Facebook page.
That's
I'm
fine.
sure people would love to see.
That's fine.
I heard you tore it up at, the rowing, or what was it?
No, the squat snatch, or the power snatches. I tore that shit up. I did 30 of them within a minute and 40. Alex did her, clean and jerks, ridiculous fast. We beat the time on that. Out of everybody in the comp for our scale version, we dominated that one. That jumped us from, 8th place to 5th within, or 4th place within that quick of a time.
That's crazy. I mean...
It was ridiculous. But the third workout, Alex carried my ass. It was one of my harder things that I suck at, and I'm not good at thrusters whatsoever. And thrusters is where you have a bar on your shoulders, you squat down, and then when you push yourself up, you push the bar up with the weight, and then you drop it back down when you're declining into another squat, and you keep doing them. And she carried me on that.
I thought something with a name like thrusters would have been a lot more fun than that.
You would think, but they're literally my arch enemy.
My definition of thrusters is a lot different than that.
They're my nemesis. My nemesis. I suck at those. As much as I try, I'm not very good at them. But she carried me on that workout, and she's a little beast of herself. Mm-hmm. There was times where I did more than her, and there was times where she did more than me.
Well, you carried each other at points.
Yeah, we carried each other, which is really good for us. Never doing a competition and never really training, we did good together. Mm-hmm.
So, do you have plans to do any more of these in the future?
Well, it's kind of one of those things where it's do you get an itch for something that you really like and say, no, I'm never doing it again?
You know about McDonald's?
Your McDonald's is now my competitions. Let's put it in those words. Now I'm looking at things when's the next competition? I want to do it.
For sure. So if somebody wants to get into these competitions, obviously you want to be in tip-top shape and have been doing CrossFit for a while. Is there any You
don't have to do it you don't have to be in tip-top condition. You have the scale version, and you don't have to just don't expect you to be coming in first place.
Well, if you're one and you just want to participate, then sure. I'm talking about if you actually want to win.
If you want to win, you need to be in better shape, and you need to really push yourself. And the thing is, there's a pro CrossFitter. She just made it in. She just won the regionals. Not first, I think first place. I'm not sure in hers, but Camille LeBlanc Bassinet. She says you have to find that dark place when you're working out and be comfortable staying in the pain zone. Mm-hmm. Meaning, if it sucks and it's horrible, most people want to quit. But when you got competitors who want that W, want that win, they just keep trudging through. They go through that dark place and they do what they got to do to get to it.
Well, it's that old adage, train like you're in the race or whatever, like train like it's game day.
Exactly.
Every day is game day.
Yeah, and like I was saying before, there was the third competition where Alex was literally carrying me. I specifically remember a part in the end of that workout where my mind literally went blank. Mm-hmm. I couldn't think about the reps. I couldn't think about what number I was on, how many more sets. All I can remember is don't fucking stop picking up that bar until someone tells you to stop.
Did you fall at the end?
After each workout, I was on the ground, breathing my ass off. Like my chest felt like 1,000,000 pounds, and then when I sat down, because my adrenaline was so high, I was dizzy. I couldn't sit. I couldn't stand up, and as soon as I stood up, the world was spinning. I had to sit back down.
Steven was making fun of me. Needles in your lungs.
I didn't have needles. I didn't have anything. It was just literally because of adrenaline and my heart rate. When I got up, I started getting dizzy, and our friend Steven was making fun of me because of it.
Yes.
He was like, "Oh, you're spinning. The world's spinning."
So it was worse than the workout we did today. That I watched you do today.
Definitely worse. And
wow. So that was bad.
Yeah. I made a little workout for Heidi today because she wanted to test the waters and see what it was like. So I made a very...
More like you've been harassing us to come over so you can work out.
I have been harassing because these guys said they wanted to come over to my house and work out. Well, since the last time I did it, it's been, 3 to 4 weeks. And
about a month, yeah.
About a month. And not once had they come until today where Heidi broke the shell and made it.
Yep. And Wesley was comfortably at home sleeping.
Very true. And I want to talk smack, but sometimes sleeping is, pretty amazing.
So, Heidi, being that we brought up your first hell day,
why don't you explain the workout that I created for you?
It was super duper hard. It was super duper hard. I have never, done... You don't push yourself like that when you're not used to it. You just kind of, I've been sweating, so that's good.
And it's
I'll go home now.
It's a whole different setup when someone's making you do the proper way, too.
Oh, I know. So we started with some stretching, which in and of itself was horrible, stretching. and then we went to this time where, we were just doing some squats.
Air squats,
just some
body weight.
Skill work, I guess.
Skill work.
Yeah, and that was fine. It didn't feel good, but it was fine. I was fine. Everything's fine. And then he was like, okay, here comes the real workout. And I'm like, oh, yay. And he's like, okay, I'm going to set a timer for 20 minutes, which actually was kind of nice that I thought about later because then there's a set time where it's okay, I just have this much time left.
You could just keep working until the time's up.
Until it's up. So that's kind of nice. Yeah. At your own pace, right? Mm-hmm. So that's kind of nice. I like that. I like that aspect of it.
Because I take advantage of the 20 minutes.
four exercises that he picked out. I'm sure maybe sometimes there's more or less, or depending on what the exercises are. For me, he picked 4 exercises, which was box jumps, which I cannot do because I'm fat. And
so I set up a 35-pound plate, which is, a couple inches tall, for her to just jump on that. So
that was fine.
Yeah.
And I disagree. I don't think it's because you're fat, because I'm fat, and I proved the other night that I could do a box jumps. Not the tall one.
Well, that's not...
You just have to develop...
It could be mental, and it could be...
No, you've never done it before. You haven't worked on your quick twitch. So...
Well, it's also the confidence and everything. My wife is still building up. She's making...
She had 2 plates.
She's making big progress from originally when she started. When she started, it was a lot like Heidi. She didn't know these movements. She didn't know this stuff. But as you further progress in your abilities and confidence in working out, you get more.
Better.
You get better.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah. So the workout for Heidi I programmed was
And then what else? Yeah, so box
15
jumps,
box jumps,
and then
15 plate snatches,
which were fine. That was
200
fine.
meter run,
That was fine.
and 30 jump ropes.
And the jump ropes were bullshit
And
because it's hard, and I should have worn 2 sports bras.
yes.
But and then I couldn't get the stupid jump
why is
rope
that?
What?
Two sport rush rods. Why is that?
Because I have obnoxious flopping titties. That's why.
Okay, I just
Maybe
wanted to
cut
hear
that part
I'm not-
out.
No, that's staying in there.
So yeah.
And then so I'm using this other jump rope, and it's literally the jump rope is too fast for me.
yeah, that's my jump
The
rope.
fancy jump ropes that go really, really fast, cut through the air really, really fast. It's too fast for my slow ass, so I go to the regular jump rope, which worked out fine.
Yes.
And then you do those 4 things as many times as possible.
Mhm.
Which is considered an AMRAP, as many rounds or reps as possible within a 20-minute period. So you finish the round, you think, oh, it's done. Okay, I did the workout. No, you got to do as many rounds of those for 20 minutes as possible.
And I did 3.
3 plus
3 rounds.
29.
Okay, yeah, because I did 15 of the first one, and then I got through whatever was
Yeah.
the second one. So yeah, so I did.
So that's not
3 full rounds
necessarily
is cool. I'm happy with
sets. So you don't really take.
You're not doing sets. You're not saying
Mhm.
like, okay, you're doing 3 sets of this for time, and then you're done.
Mhm.
AMRAP is, okay, you have a set period of time, and you have to do as many rounds of that as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And you don't count, okay, like, I did 3 rounds, and I started, like, I did 15 of, say, like, the box jumps. Okay, well, no, that's only 3 rounds. Like, no, you did 3 rounds plus 15. Because the whole process is you keep track of your times. So that way the next time you do the workout, you're able to see how much progress you have done. So next time you might get, 3 rounds and almost complete the 4th round. Then you can have it on paper seeing how much you have improved.
How often do you do like that specific workout? Is it just like you do other workouts for a while, and then you come back to that one?
Yeah, you come
weeks
back to
later, and then
yeah.
you improve on that one.
You definitely do that. I mean, that workout I literally made up last night. I just made that up. But most of the time you cycle out your workouts to see how much you improve, or you start doing you also do other stuff to incorporate to see, because these workouts are meant to design to work out your muscles, and that way you have like certain individual workouts. Like today was more based off of a leg workout. Running, legs, squats, legs, box jumps, legs, snatches, legs, and
Jumping
jump
rope.
rope, legs. So this was more of a leg workout. And other times I was set up and stuff that's like more upper body. It just depends on how it's going to be.
Yeah, I actually made up my own workout this morning.
Sweet.
Tummy time.
Tummy time is amazing for kids or yourself.
That's right. You know what? I just laid on my stomach in bed. I was just like, you know what? My head up and down.
Head up, head down.
Exactly.
So, like, the same thing I told Heidi today is, like, the same thing I started telling my wife when I started training her, or teaching her the proper ways. I don't care if you do 3 sets or 3 reps. If I see you breathing your hard, the end of the workout, and you're pushing yourself, then I know you tried. If you walk away from the end of the workout and you're not breathing hard, you didn't push yourself. What's the point of doing it?
Mm-hmm.
If I don't see you working hard and actually trying, then what's the point of doing it? You're not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You're just going through the motions, and you're not going to benefit from it.
This is true. I mean, my issue is I'm probably going to go my first time, and I don't know what what hold back means, and that's my issue. Whenever I first start working out, I always push myself too hard for the first 3 or 4 days, right?
And then you kill yourself.
You kill yourself, and you just the recovery is so harsh on your body. You just barely
it smelled
can
like
move.
beer, Kyle.
Sorry.
Yikes.
But I'm worried. I'm going to go do one of your workouts. I'm going to be
I won't let
carted
you.
out in an ambulance.
I won't let you.
Or an ambulance.
I won't let you do what I do. And that's not out of, like, stubbornness. That's not, competitive. That's nothing. It's, if I'm going to teach you how to do stuff, I don't want you to hurt yourself. I'd rather you do it right and do something skilled that way you don't hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't expect someone who hasn't worked out in a long time.
Fat tummy time yesterday.
We did tummy time.
All right.
Compared to someone who works out every day. There's no way you're going to be able to constantly do or keep up with what the stuff I can do. You can, but tomorrow when I do it again, you're not going to be doing it.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't think I'll be able to keep up with you, even especially on a weekend when you actually haven't been cutting trees all day. I barely kept up with you 2 years ago when I was semi in shape. And you had already spent the whole day cutting down trees.
Heidi got a glimpse of my style of workouts today.
Oh my God. He did a burpee and then a box jump and then jumped down from the box and did another burpee and just kept going back and forth and doing these burpees and box jumps. And I didn't understand how that's possible. And then he lifted kettlebells and then he ran and then he did jump ropes. Double jump ropes.
Double unders, yes. And I did the same workout they did, but the
and then he did it 5 times.
I finished it 5
minutes.
rounds in 20 minutes. So
what a nightmare!
It was pretty interesting. I mean, you did good today, though, Heidi. You pushed yourself. You did well. I was very impressed. Like I said, I don't care how much reps you do because this isn't obviously it's not a competition. This is a training process to get you better. It's not about how many you do. It's about the technique and you pushing yourself.
I was telling Wesley, I think you found your calling, Kyle. I quite enjoyed working out with you.
Yeah,
I
enjoy coaching. I enjoy coaching, but I don't have enough experience yet for me to be considered a coach.
Well, I will be your test subject if you'd like.
Like I told you guys are more than welcome to come over and work out with me anytime you like.
Now we have to apply peer pressure.
No, and that's all right.
Somebody else in this room.
Look. When I'm going to try and come over on tomorrow, which will be Monday, and like I said, I am planning on trying to get over to your house about 3 or 4 times a week if possible.
It's insanity.
I know it's insanity, but that's what I want to do. But you can teach me the ways of CrossFit, and I can teach you the ways of tummy time.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I think that'll be a great learning progress. It's a win-win situation because I get to win because I get to learn how to nap better.
Yes, it's excellent nap.
And then you get to learn how to work out better.
That's right. And then, and you know what? After your tummy time, my favorite part, the sit downs.
Ooh.
Guess what? You're already doing it.
Oh my God. Mind blown.
Boom. It's like a scene from.
I see you got Heidi taught too. She knows how to do the sit down motion.
Oh, yeah. So easy.
Oh, it's great.
And it's cool because you don't have to pair it up with the stand-ups.
And wait, you want to see something?
You can just do the sit downs.
Oh. And here's the greatest thing: you see that button on the side of your right?
Oh
yeah,
the
right there. It's
the
called
reclines.
the recline. It's really quite great.
I know this at my house.
Oh yeah, give it a little.
This is my kick back and watch anime time chair.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Why work out unless the whole point is to become an anime character, right? That was
just
my
look like ripped like Jesus.
Jesus is just alright.
What Jesus do you have? My Jesus is not ripped.
He had a 6-pack. He was ripped.
He was a carpenter.
What carpenter do you know that isn't ripped? Yeah, damn.
No,
right.
I'm just thinking it's like I'd love to be ripped like Zoro from One Piece. If you haven't watched One Piece, you got to.
Yeah, that's the one anime.
I was like Antonio Banderas, Zoro.
Hey, I mean, yeah, you know what? Hey,
What?
again, back then, yes.
Back then, yeah.
Yes, okay. Did you guys... Speaking of that, Paul Rudd played Ant-Man. I was on the internet yesterday, right? When
During tummy time?
No, this was after tummy time. This was when we went to see Guardians 2, which amazing movie. I had read something online that they were like, oh, is it wrong to objectify men because all the male superheroes, they always take their shirt off in every comic book movie, right? Then we were just scrolling down through all the people, and we saw Paul Rudd. I haven't seen the Ant-Man movie yet, so I didn't realize he got ripped for that movie. Have you seen pictures of him, or did you see Ant-Man?
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh my god, it's just
pictures. But anytime you get on those movies with anything superhero, it's part of the part where you've got to gain some muscle. You can't be fat and be like Thor.
Rudd.
You know, like,
oh my god.
No, that ain't happening. I mean,
There's
look
gotta
at
be a fat
Guardians of the
superhero
Galaxy,
somewhere.
the dude who plays the main character. What's his name?
Here, look it up on your phone real quick.
Chris
Look
Pratt.
up
Chris Pratt.
Paul Rudd.
Look how much
Ant-Man
he
Charles.
lost from Parks and Rec to the new movie now. Like him in that movie.
Oh man, I just want to put my head on his chest and just whisper sweet nothings to myself.
That is the most.
You want to put your head on his chest. Oh my god.
That is the most ridiculous things I've ever heard.
Oh, but Batista though, talk about roids.
He's so funny.
How can I'm just saying, like, is there any way he's not on roids?
I see the picture. Well, I mean, the big thing was a lot of times what they said was the WWF or WWE.
Well,
a lot of those motherfuckers are on roids.
yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, he's got that perfect physique. He really does. Like, a perfect... That's what I'm saying. Like, for Paul Rudd, that is ripped. Agreed?
I mean, he's got that...
He's older. He's an older guy.
Yeah.
Give credit where credit's due. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I mean, it's better than Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man's.
Yeah, Tobey Maguire was not ripped at all.
Okay, the only thing that's worse than Tobey Maguire's portrayal of Spider-Man is Topher Grace's portrayal of Venom.
Oh, fuck yeah. Like, that was so
Like,
ridiculous.
what? Eddie Brock is supposed to be like, it's supposed
Eddie
to be
Brock
a
is
roid
ripped.
out. Yeah, like, not ripped. He's
He's
big,
he's huge.
built like a...
I mean, if
like
you
a
look
lineman.
at, like, they did the right part, like, in the first part of that, where, the first Spider-Man where he was still in school, and the dude that picks on him was supposed to be him. And he was
No, that's Flash Gordon.
that was Flash Gordon, that's right.
Yep.
And, but, like, he's the other dude's supposed to be really big, and then the person who becomes Carnage, he's fucking was in a insane asylum being all
And
fucked
he was
up.
he was a little skinnier guy.
Yeah,
like,
he was a skinnier guy, but he was in the Venom, like, went into space, changed, and aliens changed it, or whatever,
Yeah.
and came back, and then it attached to a guy in the same
Which-
asylum.
Did you hear they're going to have a Venom? They're going to have a Venom spinoff movie.
Oh, really?
Like that's what I read. Just Venom.
I don't know. I don't really follow a lot of it. I just, see what's coming out.
like Ragnarok.
Oh yeah, I'm a fucking Thor freak.
Yeah. Well, I saw the commercial for it. It's all right.
The preview looks amazing. What are you talking about?
I'm not a big fan of all the CGI, and these movies like that and Guardians rely heavily on CGI.
Oh yeah, there's big CGI stuff on it, and then like the scene though when Hulk crashes through.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's like, yes, yes, I know him. We work together. Like that part was just
dude.
like, oh my god, this is gonna be amazing.
I almost cried laughing when I saw that.
Dying laughing.
Yeah, like you just like oh.
Like honestly, I don't think they could have got a better person to play the role of Thor.
No, he did. I haven't followed the comics, but for sure, like he has that endearing quality. Like you just like him.
Yeah,
just
you
the
like
way he
him,
talks,
and
it's soothing. Maybe I don't know.
like the way, like in the beginning, like how he starts off hella arrogant. Like
Yeah.
he knows he's the fucking toughest motherfucker in the universe is,
Mhm.
compared to then all of a sudden get all stripped away and then learning how pretty much to be a decent human being.
For sure, definitely.
But it was I'm a Thor freak because I'm big ass Norse mythology.
Yes, but I mean, let's be honest. Have they made a good Thor movie? Because I think the first one was shit. It wasn't put together well.
Well,
Not to say that I didn't like Thor.
There's a little bit of slants, different things, but the things they did wrong and they're pretty accurate to how he got his power stripped. He got everything. Besides the things is in the comics he finds Mjolnir in a cave.
Mm-hmm.
He's a mountain climber and he's climbing, and then he finds it in the cave, and he's like, he grabs it, and all of a sudden he remembers like
that he's Thor.
He's Thor. He has all this, and then if he gets the hammer taken away from him, he's just a normal human being again.
Does he still have his memories though?
He still has the memories, but he's just a normal human being.
Mm-hmm.
And he no longer has his powers. He no longer has his strength. But in the movie, they made it to where like, oh no, he's Thor again. He has all of everything.
For sure. I just know what I mean by is like the story, like that thing that was it Loki sends after him, the Destroyer or whatever.
Destroyer. I don't know about that.
It was pretty lame.
It wasn't lame, but it was pretty fucking awesome to watch.
Yeah, but like I said, it's fun to watch, but as a movie, it's not that great.
Like the fight scenes with the Frost Giants, though, that was badass.
Yes, but again, I just think of the Guardian and like how stupid of a story like it is.
It was all about like Loki trying to just kill Thor because he's jealous of Thor because Thor's the real son and he's going to be the one to take over Asgard and rule, and he's just jealous.
Yes.
He's got the little brother syndrome.
So do you think Loki is going to be more of an anti-hero in this movie, or do you think he's going to be full villain?
I mean, if they follow the actual storylines, like Lady Death, which is the one who in the comic, the preview, crushes Mjolnir, Thor's hammer, really is, in the comics and in history, as in the Norse mythology, Loki's daughter. And she rules the underworld. So she's able to, her powers are, she can turn anything to the point where it dies. Like everything.
Okay.
Have you watched Bleach?
Yes.
There's one of the people, I don't know what they're called, the ones that have the holes in their stomach. Not the hollows, but the advanced ones. The ones that Eisen has created.
Okay, I can't remember.
But anyways, there's one of them that like everything he touches, everything in this universe has a point where it decomposes and dies.
Mm-hmm.
So she has that power. So if she touches something at some point, any time in history or any time in the lifespan or universe of time, it's going to decompose, and she can fast speed that up. So she does that to Mjolnir.
Okay, so like I said, there's portions of that trailer. I'm just like, is Loki like Loki's like got like his battle gear on? I'm like, either he's coming to save Thor or he's coming to just.
I don't know. I don't know the storyline of it all.
Yeah, I don't know.
But basically, the whole forever and like Loki's forever theme is to take over Asgard. So if anything, he'll try to team up with, just like the other one, he'll team up. If it benefits him, he's going to do it, and he'll just be sneaky around at the end of it.
For sure. Hey, what are you doing, co-host?
She's just wandering.
We've been talking the shit on the comics now. Now you can bring us back.
That's fine. I'm just looking for our daughter's tippy.
Just fill up that beer bottle, and then that'll be good.
She wants chalky milk.
We don't have chalky milk.
What is chalky milk?
Chocolate milk.
What do you think it is, Kyle?
I thought it was like a special thing for kids. I don't know. I'm like, my kid just drinks water and milk. That's it.
Not chocolate milk?
No, we don't give her chocolate. Give him. Her, yeah. No.
Apparently, wow.
I don't give my son chocolate milk. Anything that has a lot of sugar, he doesn't get. Like sweets and candies. He gets desserts once in a while.
Does he get, does he get juice?
Rarely.
Okay, because I was going to say juice is like...
Rarely. Most of the time it's water and milk. Like, he went bazonkers yesterday because we finally gave him a cake pop from Starbucks.
Oh, she loves them.
It was like cracking that boy's hand. He was just like, what the hell is this? This is amazing. You guys been keeping this away from me this long?
Of course.
Yeah, I created that monster. Every time we go by Starbucks, Mommy, pop cake.
Yes, doesn't even know how to say it right.
Pop cake.
Pop cake.
Pop cake. Cake pop.
She needs to see Starbucks and she asks for a pop cake.
Yes, and they're not hamburgers. They're McDoubles, regardless of where we go. We go to my parents' house for hamburgers. McDouble?
Well, yeah. I wonder where she got that from.
Mom?
Or like, Dad, I'll take a couple McDoubles, some McChickens, and...
No. So,
from what I've heard recently, is there's another person that we all know. She goes to CrossFit ASAP too, but she goes to the Lodi version. She went to a competition recently. Shout out to Taylor.
She looks like a rock star now.
Yeah,
I mean, she's always looked like a rock star, but she looks like a supermodel.
She was coked out of her mind?
No.
Heroin.
No, she looks fit, is what she's saying.
So thick and so good.
Okay. Well,
And
obviously we have two different
She goes to
definitions.
ASAP in Lodi, another one of our CrossFit gyms, and
There's for sure something to be said for CrossFit.
yeah, I mean, it's for sure, it's no joke. Everybody thought it was a fad, but,
No.
I still think it's a fad.
It's a
You
little
still think it's a
fatty.
fad?
It's a little
I
fatty.
think it's a fad.
It's a fad, but, there's more people nowadays in the United States that...
Drop the D and add a G, what?
What?
Fag!
No. They're literally starting to get so much people watching these games and the CrossFit, competition that it's getting ridiculous. It's almost like watching the Olympics. It's a week-long competition on the games, and the winner last year got $250,000, and that's not including all the sponsorships that they get from like Nike, Reebok, all that stuff. It's pretty penny if you win that. Not even to win it, but if you make it to the games, you got sponsors immediately.
Well, I was in the Joe Rogan Experience, right? And he was saying that CrossFit is almost like, how people view religions, like you go to church on Sunday, and it's almost like a community. Well, he's saying that CrossFit is almost like it's the same idea. It's the community aspect. It's almost almost like a religion in a sense.
It's not, a lot of people say it's like a religion or a cult, like I said before, but that's just because, like I said in the last podcast,
and not in a bad way though.
Not in a bad way. It's just you're there every day. Everybody promotes you. My sister's trying to learn it. My sister's doing it in Hillmore, and with the private coach, kind of like how I'm trying to start up and like teach you guys and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And just so happens that dude's name's Kyle too. But like he's teaching her how to do the stuff right, and and she's pushing herself, and you kind of get you get hooked. You get that good feeling. Like Heidi today, she. During the workout, it sucks. Like, during the workout, it's horrible. Everybody's afraid of the workout. Because while you're doing the workout, it sucks. I was doing mine, I'm like, hey, fuck this workout. I hate this workout. But afterwards, the feeling afterwards, that's what you get hooked on. Mm-hmm. That endorphins kick in, that feel good, and you feel, like, great for the whole day.
For sure. Oh, yeah, that's... When you get a good workout in, you just... tend to feel good.
But man, today's weather was hot, dude. The whole time I was sitting there like, I need to be on a boat or I need to be swimming. It's just hot.
For sure. Same.
So, what all did you end up doing today at the, did you do any, yesterday, did you do anything special for any type of workouts at that Jump for Hope?
No, we chased Haley Jean around. Does that count?
Kind of.
Because she runs really fast. It's amazing. Yeah,
she's like a lizard. She just puts it in different angles all over the place.
Exactly. And she makes turns that are not physically possible. 90-degree turns. Just
pew, pew.
Like, I'm going to get you, Haley. Ah, no!
Try.
Pretty much.
But yeah, what I was thinking is, I was listening to one of your guys' podcasts, the one with your buddy Juanita.
Juan
Carlos
Ariel Velasco.
I would have to agree on some of the points. If you don't finish the race and complete the Spartan race, if you have to do burpees because you can't do a workout, you don't deserve that trophy.
That's my point exactly. That was, yes.
I think it should be like, if you only get the trophy, the little necklace ring, only if you finish everything without having to do the burpees.
I actually completely agree with you. I think that should be I'll have to talk to Juan about it, but that should be a new added and added to it. Like you have to get 60%, at least 60%, and you have to finish all the obstacles.
All the obstacles.
Yes, and the one of the two of us who has the better time is the one who gets to keep the medal.
Yes.
Because technically, I don't if I beat him, I wouldn't deserve the medal either because it's not like I should
win.
I didn't win.
But in a way, you did because you won against him.
Exactly.
Then you just hold that. You make a trophy case that says "Memory of beating Juan."
That's right.
Because I'm number one.
Number one. That's right.
I beat Juan because I'm number one. Sorry, Juan. Just so you know, the competition has now turned into a 3-way deadlock.
Ooh, that sounds sexy.
That means not only do you have to beat Wesley's time, but you're going to have to beat mine.
Wait.
Which you're not going to. So.
Spartan race. Ante up, bitch. Sorry, my name is Shaq.
Wait a minute. So, are we doing whoever comes in first or whoever comes in first and second? So, like, if I lose, I got to burn it?
Yeah.
I'm down. I'm in. Why? Because you know what? I actually will take pride if I lost in burning the trophy because I don't deserve it.
So, if I win, which is 90.9.999%, I'm going to beat you two.
Which you won't.
Because
I'm going to kick you in the nuts at the beginning.
I'll just block it out. Just work out.
I'll kill you later!
But, I'm kind of proud of Heidi, and if Wes, you start doing the workouts,
And not because talk's cheap, right?
Talk is cheap. You got to put your money where your mouth is. You want to beat Juan Carlos, Mr. Juanita, you're going to have to do some type of training. If Mr. Juanita's saying he doesn't need to train to beat you, you got to prove his ass wrong.
Well, no, he's saying he doesn't need to train.
He openly challenged you, saying that you can't beat him.
This is true.
Are you going to let that man mock you? Are you going to let another person stare at your face and say you're not worthy? Or are you going to, bare arms and put some grit in and dominate his butt?
Well, I've already dominated his ass, so...
And not sexually, I mean.
Okay.
Oh, shucks, you got me there.
So which Spartan race are we all signing up for?
Oh, Heidi's
you're
signing
invited?
up too.
I guess I'm invited.
Oh, okay.
I'm inviting myself.
Heidi's doing the girl version. But
That's
which
right.
is
The
actually
The one where you don't got to do push-ups? You just do the...
Isn't it all just one big...
Yeah, but they have
track?
different weights for the girls.
Oh, that's
different
right.
weights and stuff. Yes.
But you better watch out, dude. If Heidi keeps training the way she was doing today...
All I'm saying is, if by the time we get to that Spartan race, if I'm not near 200, I'm like, because the one that we're planning on doing is what?
I feel like it was in April.
April or
next
something.
year.
It's like if I'm not down to like 200 or 210, I don't deserve to even be competing in that Spartan race
And
because
then
I'm a piece of
you'd
shit.
be pretty much like at my weight, and
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is like this whole like weight loss challenge. I mean, it is a big part of the show as of right now. But hopefully by that time, we're going to be moving into the continual.
yeah, the next stage.
The next stage of it, exactly. Because right now it's just a fun little thing we're doing, right?
Yep.
After that, it's going to be, hey, you know what? Maybe I want to get to 190, or maybe I want to get to 210, pure muscle.
Yeah.
But right now, it's just, let's get this weight off. Let's start living healthier, which we're not doing, but we need to start doing.
I've been really good this week, like extremely good. Like this is like one of my good weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I like focused on what I was eating. I wasn't eating like garbage.
Mm-hmm.
I worked out. There's a couple, like 1 or 2 days where I kind of went light on my workouts, but I still did stuff. But I've been pretty square this week.
For sure. Which, there is something to be said for sometimes, some weeks you should kind of step back on the intensity.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely got to, keep your body guessing.
Yeah, and listen. And you got to listen to your body because maybe there's a reason why you're not as motivated. Maybe if you pushed yourself to that breaking point, you could injure yourself.
Well, not only that, but motivation also comes with the way you eat. If you start eating like shit, you're going to be down. If if you eat right, you're you know, you got more energy and you want to do more. And if you eat like garbage, you're going to be like, meh.
This is true.
Kyle's right.
This
He's right.
is true. No, he's right. He is correct. Now you get to the fun part because I don't know if Lazaro said on the podcast or whether I read it on his Facebook, but like it's diets tend to last about 10 days. After that, people will lose the motivation to keep going.
That's why they say, like I said before, it's not so much a diet as in so much a life change. You're eating lifestyle because like diets tend to have an ending point.
Yeah, for sure.
And instead of saying I'm going to eat well and eat better and I'm going to eat clean, you know, it makes it a lot better. Because then it's a state of mind is so much as like, oh, I'm just on a diet. I'm going to get to a weight and then I'm just going to go back to eating like shit. Like, no, you just got to learn how to eat better all the time.
No, for sure. Have you listened to the Lazaro?
Yes, I did. I listened to it.
Was it good?
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Like he
knows his stuff, right?
He knows his stuff, and the thing is too is he knows his stuff. And my wife is at home with the BA in nutritional science too.
Mm-hmm.
So she agreed with everything that he said because she learned that in San Jose State as in nutritional science, as in what he does.
For sure,
she has this BA in it, but we're not strict with the way we eat. Me and Lauren disagree on a lot of stuff that we eat. Because I eat the way of a power lifter or a strength training. And Lauren eats different. She believes in whole grains and she believes in eating bread and eating this stuff. And I'm just like, fuck bread. I don't need bread. I'm not going to eat anything that's extra carbs.
I will say, I would like to go down, like I've hopped off the bandwagon. I've gotten back on carbs. I've gotten back on eating out, which is terrible. I need to go back to quitting it. But after that third or fourth day of no bread, I didn't want anything to do with bread. I felt so great all the time. The moment I started adding bread into my diet again.
Well, because bread does is it literally spikes your insulin level. So where your body stores more sugar. It literally does. It stores more sugar. And guess what happens when you store more sugar? Your body turns it into fat.
Yeah.
And then more fat, you gain more weight.
And then you just become into the human blob of
like your guy said, the dude that was here last week, he says literally your body can only consume a certain amount of sugar a day.
Mm-hmm.
After that, your body stores it.
Yeah.
And it turns it into fat.
Yeah, for sure.
And a lot of breads are high in sugar once your body breaks them down.
You know what's interesting? I actually, when I first met Lazaro, it was through the Muay Thai.
Yeah.
And he was doing a seminar, and he was talking about, he said apple juice.
So much sugar.
So much sugar. Well, here's the thing. Like, apples have natural sugar in them. You're only going to eat one apple because of the amount of, what is it? Fiber in it, right? It stops you after one apple. You can't just eat 5
because you're full.
apples.
No, I can eat like 3 apples in a row. I love apples.
Well, the point is...
Or oranges.
The point is you can drink 5 apples like
that, and it has no problem.
But it takes time to eat 3 apples.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can literally just chug them. So, like, our bodies aren't programmed to be able to take in that amount of apples, sugar, at one point in time.
Yeah.
So when he told me that, like, again, mind blown. I was like, that's a really good point. Like,
that's the whole thing with like processed foods. Is like it's so designed to like it's easy. It's easy. Processed foods are fucking easy, but you're consuming way more stuff than you normally would take if you like you said the apple juice. Well, they crushed it. Like say like pomegranate juice. Like I love Palm Love. I drink that shit all day, but it literally has like 6 pomegranates in each one of those bottles.
Yeah, and there's no way you just wouldn't eat 6.
Yeah, you would take forever anyways, taking all the juice out of those seeds.
No, I know, right?
Oh,
I love pomegranates.
Sure. And you know what's interesting? Like you probably heard on the podcast, calorie counting doesn't even work.
No, that's what your guy was saying. It doesn't work, but it's estimated.
He did say it works to an extent.
It works to an extent. You can estimate because everybody's body breaks down stuff in a certain different speed than everybody else. Like he said too. It says estimated. Like say this piece of chicken's 200 calories. Well, that's an estimated guess. Yeah. It's not the exact one.
The treadmill says you burned 200 calories. It's an estimate.
Yeah, it's an estimated thing from all these surveys that they do.
For sure. All right.
So we get to guess Juan's weight?
No, I just texted him.
Well, we're gonna call him.
No.
Call him. I'll call him.
So can I say hey, Juan's weight is 255 pounds, like how you guys did with me last time.
Well, no,
as me and Wes literally weren't together that morning, and Wes could have been like, "Hey, for the podcast, can I get your weight?" Instead, they wait till my phone literally dies, and I plug it in, and then next thing I know, I go and check it 20 minutes later. It's like, well, we already did your time for you. Your weight.
That was so funny, though. Hey, but you lost 10 pounds last week. That was great.
Yeah, I gave you another. I said, you know what, Kyle, the previous week had eaten really bad. He got back on it. He worked his butt off.
Well, then it's going to look like I really lost a lot of weight this week then.
Yeah, right? You were an all-star.
I was an all-star. I wasn't effing around at all, man. So, all right, Wes, let's talk about yours.
Well, before we get to that, I wanted to take a quick second.
All right.
I want to bring up Angelia's Tweaker Wolf, right? Tweaker Wolf, and then Frostbite
90.
Frostbite 90. She just came out with her book Halo. It's available on Amazon. If you guys got wanted a new book to read, it's what, about 40 pages?
Yeah.
So it should be a pretty quick.
What's it about?
Quick read. Well,
it's about the main character wakes up, I guess, in a hospital, and she has lost her memory completely. And she has someone who it's her journey in finding her memories again.
Yeah, so it seems like it'll be a pretty good book. We already purchased it ourselves, and we're gonna read that over.
Wait, Wes, you can read?
I hope there's an audiobook.
I was like, wait, Wes can read? When did this happen?
Yes, or maybe I might have Angelique come over here and read it to me. But anyways, so yeah, we'll probably be reading it over the next week or so. It's going to probably take me 3 weeks to read it because I read really slow. Not that I can't read, it's just not fast. We'll hopefully have Angelia on soon to discuss that book. Other than that, yeah, again, Halo on Amazon. If you want, you can check out her Facebook page if you're friends with her, or her fan page on Facebook, which is at Tweaker Wolf, right? Is that the one, or is it Frostbite?
Frostbite 90
is on Facebook, right?
Yes.
Okay, at Frostbite 90 on Facebook. That has a link to the Amazon. That might make it a little easier to find the book. Other than that, let's get on to the weight loss challenge. Right, Kyle was 145 last week.
I like the intro.
I'm sorry, you were 135 last week.
He was 235.
According to Wesley and Heidi's made-up number, I was 135.
It wasn't made up.
235. In that case, I have dropped significant amount of weight.
Do you get the gold star for the day?
Oh, I get the big gold star because I weighed in this morning. See, I don't go by 0.9s or 0.2s.
No, we do because every point counts. It's just kind of.
You know what? Who people say that? Losers.
Fat people.
Fat people say that.
But if we're going by points,
you know what? Okay.
I was 216.9.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I was going to say, if you're 16.9, you really need to go see the doctor.
Yeah. 200 from what I actually weighed last week was 220 pounds to 216.9.
Well, congratulations! You did good, man.
That's very good.
Last week I was, what was it? 258.
259.
I was 258. Because this week I was 259, so I gained a pound, which honestly I should have gained a lot more than a pound. I lucked out. I honestly say it's the job that keeps me
moving.
Yeah, it has to be. Otherwise, I should have gained a lot of weight this week.
All right. I just texted one. So he texted me last week, but I didn't get to put it in last week's podcast. That he was 221, and then I said wait for today, and he said it was 222. So he gained a pound.
He gained a weight.
Damn,
you
Well, so
fatty.
did I.
Well,
So
you
did
need to
I.
get on it, please.
You're gonna get smoked with this
What did he
competition.
start out? What was his starting weight? Do you remember?
I was like 224, I think.
I think I'm gonna win this comp, dude. This competition.
It's
Well,
possible.
to be fair, Kyle kind of.
You're already in the habits.
Yeah, and
You
you're
have
already
a
working out.
distinct advantage.
But regardless, you will get the award.
I will get the winner champ.
I also
award.
think you're going to plateau.
You think so, huh?
I do.
I think it's possible.
It may. I have plateaued many times.
But the thing is, remember, health and wellness. Don't give up. We think healthy.
I don't think healthy. I think winning.
Yeah.
Well, that works.
Well, here's the
I mean,
thing.
whatever works for you, I guess.
I guess like, our whole thing here, which we're obviously fucking up. We're not doing what we should be to lose the weight, but we do want everything to be healthy. So hopefully, once you do get to your 200,
you keep going.
You keep going. Yeah,
Right?
you keep doing the healthy thing.
No, that's the whole thing. Is once you start doing it, you like the competitiveness. Like you say, it's competitive, but somewhere in between that whole competitiveness, it becomes habit. And
Sure.
habits become lifestyles. And then you just, after the competition is over, you still kind of have that, I'm just going to keep eating this way because
sure.
I've seen how much progress it does and I feel this much energy compared to what I was before. Why would I go back to something like that?
Yeah. And it's really interesting, and I brought it up on a couple podcasts before, but there was a point like in this when I hit 270, and it was the first time that I was actually legitimately scared for my health. Like, I've been at 265 before, 267, but when I stepped on the scale and I was at 270, I wanted to break down. It's really something else. Like, you think,
I had that moment.
Yeah,
but
like,
it wasn't maybe as much weight as for you,
uh-huh.
but I had that moment. Like, there was a point where I weighed myself and I hit 235, and that was just like, I looked in the mirror. I was like, "What the happened to me?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is going on?"
And, it should have happened to me probably around 230. But I just, at that point I was like, whatever, 250.
you
That's
just get comfortable with your lifestyle.
You do.
And you don't think about it until, like, say, all of a sudden, like, something clicks. Or, like, you try to go do something that you could do before and you're, like, winded. Like, you joke around with the steps. Like,
yeah, it was a joke, but it's
flight of
serious.
steps, but it literally is kind of like, what the hell? Why am I out of breath when I only did one flight of stairs?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, this shouldn't be happening.
Like, why are my legs on fire? I'm just
That's
walking up.
today.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
So,
But then I'm glad that we're realizing this not when we're 40.
yeah.
It's good. Obviously, from how we're going, it's going to take until we're 40 to actually get to the weight we want
No,
to be.
I mean, really, it's not. I mean, it's surprising how fast, if you change your lifestyle and you change your eating and you make it a habit, how fast the weight literally drops, or you just don't pay attention to it anymore because you're having a good time. You start enjoying the workouts.
Definitely.
Like, there was a point where Heidi was watching me and I was doing the workout, and I was just like, why do I make my workout so hard?
Oh, yeah.
Afterwards, I was like, man, I feel great. When me and my wife were going to go eat dinner, I was like, man, I feel really good right now. I was like, this is why I do those workouts.
I felt
sure.
good, but I was exhausted and I did take a nap.
Yeah.
But I felt good.
Yeah.
So I know you're supposed to have all this energy all day long, but I was tired. But I probably because
It's not so much as energy. I don't see it as energy as you just literally feel good. After a workout, your body naturally produces enough endorphins to feel good stuff, chemicals in your body, and you feel better.
For sure. And I think I want to take a moment to just say, when it comes to weight loss and in anything you do, you're going to fail a lot. At anything you try that's hard, there's going to be failures. There's going to be bumps in the road, and you really just, if it takes you 50, 60, 70 tries, whatever have you, and eventually one day it's just going to click, and it's going to work out.
It's not how many times you get knocked down; it's how you pick yourself up.
Exactly.
What matters.
Exactly, and after the first week or two, you do plateau. And this is just to anybody who's listening and thinking about losing weight, there's going to be a point in time where you're at first, especially if you're lifting weights, you're going to lose some weight, and you might even like clothes are going to fit you better. Then all of a sudden you're going to stop losing weight, and you might actually start gaining weight.
But that's muscle.
That's muscle. It's completely normal, and you should just realize your clothes. If your clothes are fitting better and you're still not losing weight, that's okay.
Yeah.
It's totally okay.
That's why I'm a big advocate on tracking your stuff.
Oh, definitely.
Write down your workouts. Write down your times, how long it takes you to finish that time. Because like you said, you might think you're plateauing because you're not losing weight. But if you start looking at your workouts, it literally, you could see the time difference. You could see the rep difference. And that's, then you see the progress, not only like on the scale, but you see it on paper. You see how much you're working out is like progressed.
Oh yeah, and if you're like me, who I've lost about 15 pounds since this weight loss. I'm by no means in healthy condition right now.
But you're healthier than when you started.
I feel 100 times better than I did at 270.
Can you imagine how much better you feel if you lose another 15 pounds?
Exactly, and that's what if any of you out there who are struggling with weight loss, who are just like, should I try? Should I not? I don't want. Look, the more you lose, even if it's a pound a week, you're gonna feel better. You will.
I think if it's a pound a week, a pound every 2 weeks.
Even then,
if you're just progressing, it's
that's if you're just starting. Because when you just start a weight loss, you tend to lose it a little faster.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. And if you'd like, you guys can send us your like maybe the difficulties you've been having, and we can discuss it in general in kind of a support system. Or if you just want to talk about what we've talked about on the show, you can hit us back at That's One Sharp Podcast at yahoo.com. Or you can get to us through Facebook at That's One Sharp Podcast. And just something to think about.
If you're interested in trying to do a workout with me, you want to try to test that uncomfortable zone.
Yes.
I'm always up for it.
It's super uncomfortable. It's super duper uncomfortable.
Yes, your folds will hurt.
Oh,
Your folds will hurt. Anyways, all right. This has been Wes.
And this has been Heidi.
And this has been the Beast Kyle.
And that's One Sharp Podcast.
Good night.